Hello, good afternoon. It is I, Jasmine Panalis. If you watched my last video that I chose to not really promote because it wasn't really a positive thing, I'm doing much better this week. And I'm actually going into DC, which I've wanted to do for a video for a while. But today, May 31st, Hannah Hart and the Hello Harto tour is doing their volunteer thing in DC, and I'm gonna go and hang out and help and stuff. Let's boogie. Howdy. So, I made it to the Foggy Bottom metro station. I hope you can hear me. And literally right next to the station, there are a bunch of cops, like TSA and Homeland Security. What the fuck? I don't know. But now I'm waiting for the bus because there is no actual metro into Georgetown. And instead of walking, because this is still going to take me like 30 minutes to get there, I'm not paying for a taxi, I get to wait for a bus in DC, and I've only done that like once, and it was a metro bus then. So we'll see what happens.
I know, I think it's a great one.
I'm in Georgetown, which is a lot richer than I knew. I've also never been in Georgetown, so that's a thing. Like, the main street that I had to ride down on the bus had all types of expensive shops. There's an Urban Outfitters, an American Apparel store, Paolo's, some fancy boutique restaurants. And now I'm just walking through this neighborhood to get to this library. It's funny when I watch videos like Hannah's or anybody who's spent a lot of time on the West Coast, and then they come to the East Coast and they talk about how insane that things are as old as they are. I don't know, I guess I take it for granted because I grew up and all the architecture was as old as it is. I'm not shocked to see these old buildings and these old styles. It's just what I grew up with. Like all this. Like, I find it pretty and all. Especially the plants. But I've never really found it all that exciting. They have a gas lamp. Crazy. Okay, now that's kind of exciting. Look at these buildings. They're all types of colorful. Look at the colors. I went to the wrong place. This is the university campus, and I was going to the wrong library. Time to fix that. I've got to walk back that entire way I just came because I needed to take a second bus. Whoops. Made it.
That would scare her.
That would scare me, so yeah.
doing no filter shows with Grace and Mamrie. You're gonna be able to make it to a no filter show. I almost feel like we should make people sign no filter waivers before we even do the show, just because of the terrible things that Grace and Mamrie like to do. But it's good. It's all very good. I mean, there's enough clips of it on Tumblr. Nothing's really a surprise. Or is it? Yes. Air of mystery. Ellie?
Wait, can you answer the live stream question?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Is Pearl Hyatt?
Oh, wait. Yeah, that thing was fun, right? It was just like, it's basically Hannah sits quietly pouting while we do Club W stuff. Club W is really great, by the way. It's unfortunate that it's so expensive, or at least I think it's kind of expensive. So I'm gonna try and see if we'll knock it down like $10 for like Harto-sexual people.
The truth about Hannah is that she's very many different people. The version that exists on the internet is what Hannah is most of the time, which is a very positive, wonderful human who I'm a naturally cynical person, so I'm not how are you happy right now?
Exactly.
But, so there's that Hannah, and then there's the more normal person Hannah who has down days like everyone else.
Yep.
And Hannah was my roommate for a year before we went on the road together, so it's not like there were any shocking surprises.
Broke used to my 10:30 p.m. bedtime.
Yeah, she said
6 a.m. text messages. A kid anecdote.
well, when she first moved into my house, I had no idea that YouTube was the thriving community that it is.
Yep.
And I would just hear her in the kitchen being like, hey guys!
Like, Hannah has a really weird relationship with her therapist.
I guess her therapist named Guys. That's you know, once I got used to that, it's I mean, kind of like what you see is what you get.
Yep. The only fun surprise is that I'm pretty responsible.
Yeah.
I know, it's terrible. I mean, I do like to get like totally obliterated and go running down the street. But for the most part, you know, I think I'm a pretty.
Whiskey makes her a superhero.
She is a superhero. That's right. That's what I think. Yes. Yeah. So that's a good question. Yeah. What's up?
What's your favorite collaboration that you've done, and who do you want to that you haven't collaborated with?
That's a great question. My favorite collaboration that I've done. Well, I'm.
Mamrie and Grace don't count.
I think that one of my favorite collaborations that I've done has actually been with John Green. I feel like I talk about girls too much. I don't know. I'm on tour, trying to like save the world. I mean, I guess. Yeah, go for it.
First, how many people in this room are virtually married to you to make this tour happen?
How many people are equally Muslim married to me? Oh, guys! Thank you.
Everyone's getting picture, right?
Oh, no. Everybody gets pictures. Everybody gets pictures. Yes.
I have another.
Go ahead. Yes.
So when you filmed your collab with Shane Dawson, did you believe you could stick that entire tomato in his mouth?
Oh. I went into my drink picture with Shane Dawson not knowing Shane didn't drink. And so I was like, gonna get to know the Shane Dawson. There we go. Hey, what are you having there, Shane? Oh, you're gonna drink. No. My show was called My Drunk Kitchen. It was the first time I've ever shot MDK with a person who's totally sober. And I was very nervous. I see. And you don't like what alcohol does to people. I don't know. Do I ever regret putting anything out later? No. The only regret I ever have about posting a video is that I could have done a better job with it. Sometimes when I post videos, like, it's always happy accidents though. Like with the first coming out video, I posted it and I was like, oh god, that thing's like 10 minutes long. I didn't edit it at all. I could have like done like words and like graphics and like cuts, like made it more interesting. So that's the only regret I ever feel. I think that sometimes I'm a little trigger happy when it comes to posting. I'm like, it's good, you know, and I could just take a minute, go back. It's kind of like proofreading an essay. Never did that. Everybody's like, if you had just proofread, you would have gotten a better grade. And I'm like, I hear you. It's like, why proofread an essay when I could sit down 2 hours before it's due, write it really fast, and then never look at it again? Isn't that what life is all about? does this idea even make sense? We have time for like 2 more questions. I know you said 1. 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. Okay, great. Yes, sir.
Has anything changed about your mentality as far as shooting my drone pitches since you're doing it now effectively in strangers' homes?
Yes. It is interesting because we actually have me on a drinking schedule because I, am super pro, like having a drink and having a great time, super anti being addicted to alcohol, like alcoholism. I don't support alcoholism, in fact. Shocker. Ironically enough. Yeah, no, so basically when we were laying out the tour, we tried to space out when I'm shooting kitchens, like at least 4 days apart, just so, I was still taking care of myself. Yeah, like I could wake up and like go to a meetup instead of waking up and be like, ugh. No, we've had a couple mishap days where I do MDK and then wake up and then do a meetup and then hello Harto, and then that night is usually me being like, I'm so tired. So yeah, and the way I shoot MDK, it has changed a little bit. I put more thought into it. I used to shoot just for 2 hours straight to the laptop, and I love that, and I love those episodes. I frankly think that like all of season 1 of My Dark Kitchen is just like, but there's a couple choice episodes in the other, the newer ones as well. But now I shoot it for like 45 minutes on like a tripod, and it feels much more like I'm making a funny show, So I still try and let go of that as much as I can, keep it real. Playlist. I should buy a playlist in VidCon. I think that playlist and VidCon could be personified. They have a really interesting relationship. VidCon would be like, we're gonna make change, and playlist would be like, let's get fucked up. Yeah, for sure. I like to watch. Honestly, I like to watch Vsauce and like Metaphysics and the Vlog Brothers. Those are the channels I usually kind of return to time and time again. Oh, I do Grace. Watch Grace. Yeah, she's like the best YouTuber on the planet.
Let's both of us be in it.
Okay, great.
Hi, I got to meet Hannah, which is awesome.
Hello.
Can you say hi to my friend Bianca?
Hey, Bianca. My name's Hannah Hart, and I'm saying hello to you, friend Bianca.
Bianca? Yeah, I got to meet her. I got to touch her.
We're cuddling. I'm
Be
taking
jealous.
a little nap.
Be jealous.
Be jealous, Bianca.
Thank you.
Of course, dear. That's awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming over.
Now I get to go home. I hope, into the metro I go. So remember that tree-lined tunnel I was driving through before when it was sunny? This is that same road.